Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'll be talking to you about how to not play chess correctly. And in today's video, we're going to be hosting two games. The first one between two 500s and the second one between two 900s. So let's the game begin. E4, the most common move for white. And H5, I cannot say that this is very common. H5, you simply what you want to do with the black pieces. I know that you're a beginner at chess. I know you're suffering from this game. But whenever you see a pawn in the center, just put a pawn in the center. Okay, he goes d4, you go d5. Just put the pawn in the center, like in these four squares. So this move is not supposed to be played whatsoever, but it's okay. White develop his knight. Another pawn move by black, f6. Again, try to fight for the center somehow. Develop your knight at least. Like if you don't want to use you just develop your knight. Okay, bishop all the way to b5. Okay, so why this is a mistake? Because you don't want to put your bishop in a place where it could be attacked right away. And I know that many beginners love to do this move. You know why? Because it stops this pawn from being pushed. And they're like, oh, I'm being annoying. He's not going to move his bishop whatsoever. But, of course, black played c6, attacking the bishop. The bishop went back. And what black's supposed to do is just strike at the center whenever he takes. You can take, develop your pieces, something like that. But he made another pawn move. Okay, so this might be a little bit worrying. If I were him, just stop it by playing h3, something like that. It's okay. Or take control of the center, d4. Castling. Okay, I don't hate it. And b5, attacking the bishop. The bishop goes all the way back. Nice. And black played g5. Now, I'm not sure if black is drunk or playing this to win a prize or something like that for the funkiest opening whatsoever. But this is what white is doing. You're not supposed to push your pawns. You have to activate your pieces. Like, look at white, activating his knight, controlling the center. Look at his bishop being activated. Look at his pawn controlling some squares. Look at his king being safe. This is what you're supposed to do with the white pieces, or with the black pieces. Same thing. You just do it with your pieces. Okay, rook to e1, I don't hate it. Just defending a weak pawn. You can just play d4, controlling more of the center, but it's okay. And now black played a5. Now, if anyone is playing chess, you would see that after a5, he might be thinking about, oh, a4. My bishop cannot go here or here or here or here, but I can take. So you can always take the knight if he ever played this move. So you're not supposed to reply to it right now unless this pawn was here. And therefore, after he plays this, you cannot take his knight, so your bishop will be trapped and you're going to lose it. But in this case, whenever he goes here, you can take his knight. But of course, white got afraid. He got afraid of seeing this move, so he moved here. Now, you could play like a3 and put the bishop on a2, having a beautiful and strong bishop. But no, white saw that, and he decided to play c3. Because whenever he gets attacked, he wants to go back to c2, which I don't really... Maybe I had a plan of pushing the pawn, and if black blundered and took, there's a bishop checkmate. Maybe white is a genius. Okay, so definitely black is not, because all of these pawn moves are simply out of this world, man. Look at this. Look at this pawn chain. Look at this. You are not supposed to play like this whatsoever. I get it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful pawn chain. Beautiful. But you're going to lose. Okay, d6. Playing this move, h3. He's like, okay, he opens up for his bishop. I really hate him when he pinned me, so I'm going to play this move. And black played bishop to e6. Okay, white decided to play d4. And black played h4. Sorry, g4. So g4. And for some reason, white saw that this pawn is only defended by the pawn, and he was like, oh, bozo, you push the pawn, I take your pawn. But he completely missed that it's not only protected by a pawn that's already been pushed, it's protected by the rook. So black obviously took the knight. White decided to play g3, attacking his rook. He's like, oh, go back to where you came from. and gave away a second pawn. That's perfect. And king to g2. For some reason, you cannot really attack the rook, so you don't need to move this move because it's already protected by the pawn, and the pawn is already protected by the bishop, so you cannot attack the rook. So why you are moving to g2? Why? For some reason, he pushed this pawn. Okay. White played e5. Takes. Takes. And for some reason here, black decided to move the only piece that's stopping this pawn from being on e6, decided to move it. You can move your queen, your knight, your rook, your king actually. You can get him to here. You don't know. You can get him to here. Anyway, just do any move with your pieces, man. He moved his bishop. Now, in this position, white can checkmate black in two moves even though being down a knight. How? He can play e6, and if black blundered and played something else, there's bishop g6, and the king cannot go here. He cannot take your bishop, so it's completely checkmate after you play the move e6. Obviously, white did not see that. He played f4. Why f4? He thought about two pawns in the center. You could have done that in the beginning, but no, you want to put two pawns in the center in the middle game, which is a completely different thing. Obviously, black, if it went en passant, you're not blundering the rook because the rook is already protected by the bishop. He does not know what en passant is. He played e6, and now white decided to play. Oh, check! You have to calculate. When you make a move in chess, don't think, oh, I can play this move, so let's just play it. It doesn't mean if you want to kill someone, you can just go ahead and kill him. There has to be a reason for that. A good reason for that. Because it's terribly, that's a bad thing. And just giving a check is simply just a bad thing. Now, we can argue that this is a good move just to get his king not castled and just kick him away. But improve the position of your pieces. All your pieces on the back rank, and you're just moving your bishop. You're not going to win with the bishop. You had the opportunity to win with the bishop, you bozo. After like this, you put the pawn, but you did not want to go for that. You decided to go for it now. Now the king is safe and can run away. The pawn is not here. Anyway, okay. It goes here. d7. For some reason, white, being down 3 points of material, decided to go for a trade. Now, when you're down material, don't trade pieces, don't trade pawns. Get your pieces back, get them close to your king, defend yourself, and try to survive. And white is doing the opposite. Let's trade pieces where you have a winning advantage over me, and let's die with your pawns. Takes, king takes for some reason. Knight to e7, attacking the bishop. Okay, queen takes pawn. Wow. So it's really a beautiful move. Many of you would say, oh my god, my bishop is attacked, let me just move back. White is a genius. He's like, I can win a pawn and defend my bishop. So it's only down 2 points of material. Black moved his king because he doesn't want his pawn that cannot be moved to be pinned, which is crazy. Now, white decided to play just developing move. I just want to get my knight out of here. Black decided to push. Knight to f3. He pushed the pawn. Now, if he takes, you can just take, and if you take, you can just take and have a passer. So, white decided to play takes. Okay. He did not even take. Black did not even take the pawn and played the brilliant move bishop to b7. Black is a genius for this move. You know why? I'm going to tell you why. Because black thought about, oh, if I can take his knight, he can take he can take with the queen, and I take his bishop. Oh, I'm winning material. So he gave away the second pawn just to go for this genius move, ultra brilliant move. And white blundered and played bishop to e3. Now, black can go for this, this, and this. You might be thinking, well, he can go for knight takes. And when the queen takes, just bishop takes knight and it's a check. You're 100% right. But black did not see that. Black saw the opposite. Black saw this. Bishop takes knight. It's a check. The queen would take. I take his bishop, but oh, this variation sucks because he can take my rook. So black is a genius for this move. He played knight to a6, defending the rook, because his plan now is to go for this line where his rook is defended by the queen, and he will win material, even though he can just completely take this bishop, and when you take, you lose the knight. He can completely just take here, but black just missed that. Okay, so white blundered again and moved just the king. Just you move the king. You don't need to move your king. You have all these pieces on the board, and you decided to move your damn king. Wow! Again, now black can go for his brilliant move, which is bishop takes knight, queen takes, knight takes, and there's no queen takes rook because it's already defended, because that's why he moved his knight. We're seeing Magnus Carlsen, everybody. But black in this position decided to play their brilliant bishop takes f fucking hell is that? Knight to b4. He moved the knight here, not because he wanted to defend all of that, he just wanted to make another knight. He wanted to go, okay, no problem. White, what did you do? Me see knight, me I had a freaking knight. Knight to c2. Knight to c2 is a fork of the bishop and the rook. You could not go back to e1 because you lose it. You're losing a piece here. Unless you have a brain and you don't have some brain rot and you can just play bishop takes knight. Black blundered the knight. Now white is winning. But obviously white moved his rook because you're attacking my piece. I sure need to move it. And he did. He lost the bishop with another fork. Oh my god. I'm so much pain right now. Okay. So he moved his queen because he doesn't want to lose it. And black did not even black for some reason thought, oh my god, his queen is in my position, even though I have every single piece defending me, and I can take his rook, I can take his bishop, I can attack his queen, but no, my king is not safe. Let me just move it. Okay. You don't hate it. I don't hate it. Now you can move your rook and be safe and attack his knight, and you're doing a job. Even though you're losing 3 points of material, but you're still surviving after rook to e1 for some. d5. White thought, you know what? Take my rook. I don't care. I want to push my pawns. And black did that. I pushed my pawn. For black, you're up 8 points of material. Just take everything. Take the bishop. Trade them. Trade the pieces. Take here. I mean, you can simply take the bishop, and when he takes back, you take his knight, and this is not just winning. This is dead. Like, what the hell? So knight to c6 by black. He can just take here. He also blocked his own bishop from taking the knight. Okay. Queen to e8. Oh, would you look at that? Queen to e8. Down 8 points of material, and you want to give your queen away. Or trade it. That's genius. Obviously, black is a man of brains, and he took. White took. And for some reason, black is worried about, he's gonna take my knight. I gotta move it and lose the pawn. White did not even took. He just I just want to move my knight, not to get attacked. Here, king to a7. For some reason, he wants to move his knight and attack his bishop. Some discoveries being here. White just made the reasonable attacking move, just push your pawns. You have a chance of winning here. But he decided to attack. For some reason, attack, and when you attack the beast, you need to say where it's gonna go. it's going to go to g7, it's going to go here, because sure here it's a blunder, sure here it's a blunder, so obviously here or here. And black did that. Now white decided to push his pawn. Knight moved, and white decided to play f5. At, a few moves earlier, the bishop was here. And this was a safe move because you don't blunder the pawn here because the bishop is already there. But no, you made this move to attack the bishop, to force it to be here, to make this move, to lose the pawn, because other than that, I'm not sure what white was thinking. He lost the pawn. King moved. Another check. King moved. He lost the bishop. He pushed the pawn. He's like, you know what? Take all my pieces. I'm going to make a queen somehow. Maybe black will not see that. Black did, and now white is pinned. He played this move. He lost the knight. He lost the pawn. And here you just simply just take. Whenever they take, you go here. You can even sack the rook for it. You can just win these two and have 3 queens here. But again, he's just defending himself. King here. That's a ballsy move. Okay. Knight there, defending, pushing. Just when you move, you say what happens to the move that I was defending. When you move away, now you stop defending this and you lose it. Here, just take the pawn. This is a threat. Just take it. Whenever they take, just deal with these. Deal with these. Make another queen. But I don't hate it. White decided to go here, and black got so fixated on the idea that he can make a queen. Like, just take the damn pawn. It's right there. But he went here. And now white resigned. Now, even though black played the worst pawn structures in the world, he still won this game. That's why the opening phase does not matter. It's all about the middle game. It's all about tactics. It's all about strategy. It's all about plans. It's just about calculation, for God's sake. Just calculate before you make a move. And just like this move, it's straight up like, oh, this pawn is defending this. So now it stopped defending this, so I just take it. You don't look at what's other piece defending that. Anyways, we're gonna go and check the other game, which is between 2 9. Okay, we're gonna check it. The first move of white, e4, e5. Nice, we don't see h5 at this level. 940. Great progress. Knight f3, knight c6. Oh my god. Hikaru and Carlson. c3. Just trying to push d4. Knight here. Okay. For some reason here you might get worried about this pawn. First, before you play this move, just play the bishop out. Because when they attack you, you can put the pawn on d3, still protecting the pawn. But now you cannot put the bishop there because you lose your pawn, and you cannot go here now because the bishop is dead. You cannot go there. So white decided to play d4. Okay. Now, actually this is a variation, and it's okay because if when black takes here, you can activate your bishop for that, and then kick him away with d5 and having a lot of space. And obviously white does not know anything about that, and he played the move knight to d2. This knight is annoying, so let me just remove it. You don't want to give your opponent a pawn and then offer him a piece exchange, because this knight is already suck, and when it's go back, when it's gonna go back, he's gonna take this and something like that. So when you give him this, you give him opportunity to actually defend himself and activate his pieces. And white decided to play this, and black took, takes, and this move h6. Many beginners hate to see a knight or a bishop there. They just hate the idea. They never know why. They just, nope, I don't want him to go here, so I want to go here, I want to go here, I want to go here, and I'm safe. They don't look at the kings being in the freaking center of the board. They, oh my, I just want to be safe from the bishop. Okay, bishop to e2, bishop to e7. Castles, castles, wow. Too many brokers. Okay, d5 attacking the knight. Where's the knight gonna go? Knight goes back all the way back. That's the only square. And white, I will not hate this move. It's an, activating the bishop to a good square, trying for somehow to put the queen there and checkmate the guy somehow. And you might be thinking, what about queen to d4? Well, queen to d4 does not work because the bishop can go here and attack you and attack your bishop, and your attack is over. So black played this move, a pawn, a really annoying pawn. I want to attack it. So you don't think that he can push and attack you and then defend the pawn somehow with his rooks. No, he's going to take me, of course. So white in this position played a genius move, queen to d4. He's like, take my pawn, I don't want it. I want to checkmate you. And the reason why this is a bad move, because I told you, bishop to f6, queen moved, bishop takes, pawn takes, and rook to e8, attacking the queen. So now you gotta be careful. You see this, and you always look for the entire file. You don't look at only the piece, you look at the entire file. So the rook is attacking all this file, the e file. If I move my queen somewhere, I'll lose my bishop. So I gotta go here to defend. I gotta go here to defend. I gotta go here to defend. Something like that. And white decided to go queen to g4. Completely seeing that the attack is only on his queen, not on the entire file. So black took. And you will not guess this move. You will never guess this move. If you're a grandmaster, you will not find this brilliant, utterly amazing move. No, 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 no. It's not pawn takes. It's not pawn push. It's not defending the pawn. It's not putting the knight on d4 and attacking his rook. No. No, no, no. The brilliant move here is knight. You lost a piece on the same freaking file. Let me show you that again. You lost the bishop on the same file. On the same file. And you decided to put a knight on the same file. He thought that, oh, rooks can only go here. So now the rook can only go there, or otherwise it sucks. No, rooks can go backwards. And he put the knight on e5 thinking that he's a genius. He's opening up the attack on the rook, but he did not see that the rook can actually take his knight. Again, this is just straight up losing. Just calculate before you make a move. He takes the pawn, takes back. I don't hate it. Me see rook, me attack it. Rook goes back. Queen to d1, just rook to d1, attacking his queen. The queen moved away, attacking this pawn. This pawn is already protected by the queen. So if you care about pawns, you can play a move like this and just protect your pawn. But white decided to play rook to d3. This pawn is not protected. I gotta protect it with my rook and lose this one. Black did not take for some reason. White went to f3. Rook to f3. Black played this move again. And now, and actually here at this position, after this move, maybe white is a genius and spotted that black can play bishop to a6, attacking his rook and the other rook. That's why he moved the rook, or maybe his idea was just to make a rook lift and go here. Not sure. He went here, and white, even though being down 7 points of material, does not resign or get frustrated. He attacks. He played queen to c7. Maybe my opponent is blind and will not see queen takes pawn. Of course, Black saw that and decided to defend himself. He just played bishop here to defend the pawn, and that's it. White played rook to e1, and I cannot start to fathom this brilliant move. I'm going to tell you the idea of it. The idea is very simple. If black did something, anything else, actually just like a pawn move, losing the queen, no, that's even a bad move. Like you cannot, oh my god, the position is so dead, like you cannot make any bad move. Like let's say he made c4. White's idea is just to take the bishop. If rook takes, check, and you're gonna win the rook back. And if rook sack and you take with a pawn, white still gives you this check, and when you move away, he's gonna win the rook and the pawn. White is a genius for this. So black played queen takes a2. I'm not sure that white even considered about this move and decided, you know what, I want to defend the bishop. And I'm not even sure if white saw that or he played it out of something. Maybe he thought that, oh, the rook is pinned, so his bishop cannot move. g3. Now, yes, you want to make a breathing room for your king, but make sure to make the breathing room, the window for your king, the opposite color of the bishop. Your opponent's bishop is a light square bishop, so you make a dark square window. Why? Because his bishop can attack your rook and make your king stuck, so you will be getting checkmated on the back rank very soon. Your rook is not there, or you just moved anything else. Okay, black decided to go here. Maybe he spotted that and he was like, I'm gonna defend myself. Queen went here. He's like, oh, I'm gonna go here attacking his rook. Even though black can go here or here, defending the rook with the other rook, and black played the best move actually, which is bishop to d5, attacking the queen, attacking the rook, defended by the queen. This is brilliant. White got so angry, like, you can lose the damn rook and continue being still with a queen, but no, I want to give away the queen. And now white decided to play this check. Maybe black thought that, white thought that it's going to be checkmate, like the rook will go back, I'm going to take him, and he's not checkmate even though he can go here. But white is trying, we cannot blame him. The king moved away, rook takes rook, and here they're just mate in 2. You don't need to take this because I already do not make a window for the same color as the bishop, opponent's bishop. Light square, do not make a window of a light square. Make it a dark square. Go push this pawn and put the king there. So now the bishop is not annoying. And this is still here. But black can play queen to b1 check, queen to a1 check, and the king cannot go there because of the bishop. So it's checkmate. You have to go back with the rook to defend. Black took the rook. Okay, I don't hate it. You're being up 11 points of material and you're still not okay with that. You want more. Okay. The rook moved away, bishop here, and now white can go back and defend himself, but no. Rook to e5, attacking the bishop that's already defending. And here white resigned because he saw this and he was like, oh, it's check. I cannot move here. The bishop. Oh shit. Block. Checkmate. The game is over.